Hello everyone, welcome to the new MCQ video on power electronics. So let us get started. An SCR is considered to be a semi-controlled device because it can be turned off but not on with a gate pulse. It conducts only during one half cycle of an alternating current wave. It can be turned on but not off with a gate pulse. It can be turned on only during one half cycle of an SCR. Here you go. And the answer is it can be turned on but not off with a gate pulse. During positive half cycle, SCR is in forward blocking mode, and by applying gate pulse, the SCR can be turned on during the forward blocking mode. But SCR cannot be turned off by applying or removing the gate pulse. It automatically turns off when the anode current is below the holding current value. That is why it is called a semi-controlled rectifier. So basically, once we turn on a thyristor or SCR, we lose the control over that. A single phase full bridge inverter can operated in load commutation mode in case of dash load RL, RLC underdamped, RLC overdamped, RLC critically damped, and here you go. And the answer is RLC underdamped. So in an RLC underdamped condition, the current will flow in the circuit which will become zero automatically and makes the thyristor or SCR turn off. A step-up chopper has input voltage of 100 volt and output voltage of 150 volt. The value of duty cycle is dash 0.33, 0.66, 0.5, 0.26, and here you go. And the answer is 0.33. So for a step-up chopper, we know that the output voltage VO is given by VO equal to VI divided by 1 minus D, where VI is the input voltage and D is the duty ratio of the chopper. And from this expression, we can obtain the value as 0.33. Which statement is true for latching current of an SCR? It is related turn off process of the device, it is related to conduction process of the device, it is related to turn on process of the device, none of the above, and here you go. And the answer is it is related to turn on process of the device. The static VI cara of an SCR is given in figure. The latching current is the minimum current required, that is the minimum anode current required to turn on the SCR, that is to keep it latched, and it is defined as the minimum value of anode current which it must attain during the turn on process to maintain the conduction when the gate signal is removed. The gate pulse which should be chosen so that it must ensure the anode current rise above this latching current value. So this is the latching current point. So the anode current must be greater than this value to establish proper turn on of the SCR. If holding current of an SCR is 2 milliampere, then the latching current should be dash 0.01 ampere, 0.002 ampere, 0.009 ampere, 0.004 ampere, and here you go. And the answer here is 0.004 ampere. Now the holding current is defined as the minimum value of anode current below which the SCR gets turned off. And normally the latching current is more than the holding current, and the holding current thus is associated with the turn off process. And you can see the holding current in the diagram. So this is the holding current and this one is the latching current. So obviously holding current is lesser than the latching current. And normally the latching current is about 2 to 3 times that of the holding current. So the here holding current is given as 2 milliampere, that is 0.002 milliampere. Therefore the latching current can be 2 times, that is 0.004 amperes. Dash triggering is the most reliable one. Forward voltage triggering, gate triggering, dV by dt triggering, thermal triggering. And here you go. And the answer here is gate triggering. So gate triggering process is the most reliable as junction temperature does not rise above the value that is. Light triggering is mainly used in low voltage direct current transmission, medium voltage direct current transmission, high voltage direct current transmission, all of the above. And here you go. And the answer is high voltage direct current transmission, that is HVDC transmission. So light triggering combined with gate triggering is mainly used in HVDC as this combination is very powerful triggering process. An SCR will be turned off when the anode current is dash less than latching current but greater than holding current and gate signal is 0, less than holding current, less than latching current but greater than holding current and gate signal is present, both A and B. And here you go. And the answer is SCR will be turned off when the anode current is less than the holding current that we have already seen. After proper turn on of thyristor, gate signal is always present. Gate signal must be removed. Gate signal should be present but can be removed. None of the above. And here you go. And the answer is gate signal must be removed. So after proper turn on of the thyristor, gate signal must be removed to reduce the loss of the circuit. Gate circuit or triggering circuit of a thyristor is a low power circuit, high power circuit, magnetic circuit, low power or high power circuit. And here you go. And the answer is low power circuit. Thyristor circuit is high power circuit. And basically the triggering circuits are of low power values. The latching current of an SCR is 20 milliampere. Its holding current will be 20 milliampere, 10 milliamperes, 30 milliamperes, 40 milliamperes, and here you go. Yes, you guessed it right. The latching current will be always more than the holding current. So in these options, you can see only 10 milliampere as less than 20 milliampere. So the answer is 10 milliampere. Thyristors can be protected from over voltages by using voltage clamping device, fuse, heatsink, snubber circuit, and here you go. And the answer is voltage clamping device. So voltage clamping devices are used to protect the thyristors under surge conditions by providing low impedance path. Dash is an example of a voltage clamping device. Fast acting fuse, snubber circuit, metal oxide varistor, aluminium block. And here you go. And the answer is metal oxide varistor. So varistor is a non-linear resistor which is used as a voltage clamping device. Under overvoltage condition, the voltage clamping device offers dash impedance high, low, moderate, infinite. And here you go. And the answer, as you have guessed, is low. So the voltage clamping device under surge condition provides a low impedance path to protect the SCR. Under normal operating conditions, voltage clamping device offers dash of impedance. High value, low value, zero value, moderate value, and here you go. And the answer is high value. So under normal operating condition, the voltage clamping device offers high impedance and acts as if it is not present in the circuit. Dash is or are true to protect an SCR from overcurrent. Circuit breaker and fuse, heat sink, snubber circuit, voltage clamping device. And here you go. And the answer is circuit breaker and fuse are used to protect an SCR from overcurrent. So the circuit breaker or fuse breaks the circuit and protect the SCR during overcurrent. Circuit breaker used for overcurrent protection of a thyristor operates when the fault current is dash of long duration, of short duration, both A and B, neither A nor B. And here you go. And the answer is of long duration. So the circuit breaker acts when the fault current is of longer duration. When a large circuit current of very short duration flows through a thyristor, then dash will operate to protect the thyristor. CB, snubber circuit, voltage clamping device, fast acting current limiting device, that is the FACL fuse. And here you go. And the answer is fast acting current limiting fuse device. How can we protect an SCR from abnormal heating conditions? Use of snubber circuit, using heat sink, using circuit breaker and fuse, using equalizing circuit. And here you go. And the answer is using heat sink. So the excess amount of heat can be dissipated quickly by mounting the SCR on a heat sink. So heat sink is a must in SCR use. The last question, which of the following is used in heat sink? Iron, aluminium, carbon, silver. And here you go. And the answer is aluminium. Even though silver is having more heat dissipating capacity or absorbing capacity, aluminium is preferred because silver is of higher cost. That is all for this video. Thank you.